Full moon outside my window, this warm September night. Hi, I'm Patricia.
And I'm Rebecca.
Before recorded history, humans knew singing as a deep source of power. Power to change, power to heal, power to be present with what is.
Right here, right now, we are remembering the ancient gift of song, using modern tech to help us tap into resilience and capacity in chaotic times.
And it's so simple. We sing with our own unauto-tuned voices just the way they show up, creaky and smooth. And today I am so delighted that my daughter, Rebecca Sui, is joining me in my living room.
Hi.
And you are joining us exactly where you are right now. I just said to Rebecca that I sing so much better when I'm singing with her because I love her voice. Today's song, September Moon by Chandler Yorkhall, who has, by the way, 4 children, is the 122nd song you can find at abreathofsong.com, each with the permission and blessing of the song carrier. Every 5th episode, there's an in-depth conversation with some of those huge-hearted people who, like you and me and Rebecca, is using song to help navigate life.
Explore the growing library at abreathofsong.com and join the subscribers for emails that can light up your inbox with a moment of connection and beauty.
All the presence, the becoming, the change-generating power of song starts with the body and breath. So we go there first by stretching and listening to muscle and bone. Start moving right now. Oh, see what your body wants to do. Wriggle, shake. Twist. Whatever really feels good. We are stretching in kind of a tight space. You might be stretching behind the wheel of your car very, very carefully. See if you can find some space between your ribs, maybe by reaching up on one side and yawning. And the other. Start noticing the breath as it flows in and out. As it floods in, it expands, it stretches. As it pours out, it softens, releases. You can let your body get carried away with the breath as it flows out. Let it hum or vibrate, do whatever it feels like. And notice the ribs expand as the breath comes in, under your arms opens. Watch your neck and shoulders widen as the air moves out. Notice the belly expand on the in. Throat and jaw soft and buzzy on the out. Pelvic bowl and lower back open and widen on the in. Spine and skull lift and stretch on the out. Beautiful. How about some roller coastering? Some scrunchy sounds. Some wide open sounds. See how low your jaw can go. Gorgeous. So this song is officially about a September full moon, but I've known the song for a few years now, and I find it useful in many months of the year, whenever I wake from a restless sleep to bright moonshine. Becca, that ever happened to you?
Well, I have blackout curtains in my bedroom, so
that's
wouldn't have it any other way.
So you can sing this, you can put in whatever month works for you. Of course, it's really easy with October, November, December. And then when it gets more complicated, like March, maybe you need to add a few words to make it work in the rhythm, but I bet you can figure that out. So the song is a good example of how the telephone game works. You know, when songs get transmuted a little as they travel. I learned it from someone else who learned it from somebody else before I ever managed to connect with Chandler. And I sang my version for him, and I got a few alterations back to get it back to his original. So I had shared it with Becca because I loved the song in its telephonic version. And so we both are now working with Chandler's original. So here it comes, a line at a time. And just so you're fairly warned, eventually it can be rounded. But Becky, are you willing to sing back to me? Let's see. Full moon outside my window.
Full moon outside my window.
This warm September night.
This warm September night.
We'll just put those two lines together. Full moon outside my window. This warm September night.
Full moon outside my window. This warm September night.
Pulls me into wakefulness far too early.
Pulls me into wakefulness far too early.
Let's just sing that one again. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Here we go. Pulls me into wakefulness far too early.
Pulls me into wakefulness far too early.
I'd rather be sleeping, the day is already too long for me.
I'd rather be sleeping, the day is already too long for me.
Do you know what? I love that that line is so long. It's like the line is almost too long.
It is almost too long.
Let's try it again together. Here we go. I'd rather be sleeping, the day is already too long for me. I'll just wait for dawn.
I'll just wait for dawn.
So we were talking before we started doing this about how to do the I'll, whether to do it in sort of a choral way. I'll just wait with those tall vowel sounds, or whether to do I'll just wait. And you know, we didn't really decide. We kind of came down. They both work. So do what sounds good and feels good in your voice. We ended up sort of thinking maybe when we do it as a round, it's nice to have the I'll just.
But they both sound good.
But they both sound good.
Choose your own adventure.
Exactly. So how about if we sing it together twice and then maybe go into rounding, and I'll round it at different places so you can hear how it sounds with two voices rounded in different spots. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Full moon outside my window, this warm September night, pulls me into wakefulness far too early. I'd rather be sleeping, the day is already too long for me. I'll just wait for dawn. Full moon outside my window, this warm September night, pulls me into wakefulness far too early. I'd rather be sleeping, the day is already too long for me. I'll just wait for dawn. You can keep going.
Full moon outside my window, this warm September night, pulls me into wakefulness far too early.
So, yay. You can imagine this can go 4 ways, and we're going to see if we can make that happen with the looper. So.
Right now?
Right now. Why not?
Okay.
So we're just going to do 4 in a row, building them up. You willing to start?
Sure.
Okay, so Becca's going to start. So if you want to sing with Becca, you start.
Full moon outside my window, this warm September night pulls me into wakefulness far too early. I'd rather be sleeping, the day is already too long for me. I'll just wait for dawn. Full moon outside my window, this warm September night.
Full moon outside my window, this warm September night.
I'd rather be sleeping, the day's already too far too early.
I'd rather be sleeping, the day is already too long for me.
Full moon outside my window, this warm September night.
Full moon
outside my window,
this warm September night.
I'd rather be sleeping, the day's already this warm September night.
I'd rather be sleeping, the day is already too long for me.
I'd rather outside my window, already this warm September night.
Full moon
outside my window,
this warm September night.
I'd rather be sleeping, the day's already this warm September night.
I'd rather be sleeping, the day's already this warm September night.
I'd rather be sleeping, the day's already this warm September night.
I'd rather be sleeping, the day is already this warm September night.
I'd rather be sleeping, the day's already this warm September night.
I'd rather be sleeping, the day is already this warm September night.
I'd rather be sleeping, the day's already this far toward dawn.
I'd rather be sleeping, the day is already too long for me. I'll just wait for dawn. Wow.
You should see it. It looks like a spaceship control board she has here with
With all the
all the
different
buttons and
circles
switches
going.
and circles. It's amazing.
We are so glad you're singing with us.
We're going to take a pause here before we sing the song again because science shows that our brains remember better that way.
And while we're paused, let me remind you that this podcast is available to you today because of the generous contributions of many people. Maybe you're one of them.
In which case, thank you, thank you. Supporting this song library is easy. You can contribute to the gratitude jar page at abreathofsong.com, maybe while you comb the archives for a song. You said we were just doing this part.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were pointing to that part.
I'm so confused.
It's okay. So how about if I read this part?
Yeah.
Okay. Please feel free to sing it with us as often as you like. Let me try that again. please feel free to sing it with us as often as you like. If you're inspired to share it on, Chandler says,
The song is free to share in oral tradition groups, but please contact him for recording, performing, or publication permission.
And Chandler, you should be really grateful that my daughter is here making sure that I get those things said. I'm going to invite you to stick around after this episode when there's sort of an outtake when Rebecca and I explore rounding this song at unusual distances. But for now, shall we do it again?
Okay.
Let's just do a 2-part round this time.
Okay.
Let's just sing it again and then round it once. Which means, what am I trying to do here? So we'll sing it together, and then we'll split into 2 parts. And then you can add a 3rd part or a 4th part. Full moon outside my window, this warm September night pulls me into wakefulness far too early. I'd rather be sleeping, the day's already too long for me. I'll just wait for dawn. Full moon outside my window, this warm September night. Full moon outside my window, this warm September night. I'd rather be sleeping, the day's already too far too early. I'd rather be sleeping, the day is already too long for me. I'll just wait for dawn. Thank you for joining us today for A Breath of Song.
And thank you for taking care of yourself and listening to your voice.
I believe making a better world starts with tuning into ourselves and each other, which is what we just did.
So yay us! Let a friend know about the show so they can join too.
And next time we'll plant another song. Until then, be well. So let's try, just for the heck of it, rounding it closer than we ordinarily would. So you start, and I'm going to start right off.
Full moon outside
Full
my
moon
window,
outside
this
my
warm
window,
September
this warm
night
September
pulls
night
me into
pulls me
wakefulness
into
far
wakefulness far
early.
too
I'd rather be
early.
sleeping, the
I'd rather
day's
be
already
sleeping,
too
the
long
day's already too long for me.
I'll just
wait for dawn. Now let's
I
try
like
it
it.
super close. Let's do it one more time.
Full moon
Full
outside
moon
my
outside my
window,
window,
this warm
September
September
night
pulls me into wakefulness far too
I caught up. All right, let's try it again.
Full moon
Full
outside
moon
my window, this warm September night pulls me into wakefulness far too early. I'd rather be sleeping, the day is already too long for me. I'll just wait for dawn.
Good. Good to know it's possible, right?